Top 10 Most Expensive Cars 2020. Welcome to Pink Wolf, a community looking at hot topics, influential people, and the most expensive, luxurious, or downright crazy things you can spend your money on. Before we get into today's video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. In today's video, we'll be excluding one-off cars, and we'll only be focusing on cars being produced in 2020. So you won't be seeing any classics. If you thought cars like the Lamborghini Huracan were going to be on this list, you'd be very wrong. 200,000 is only a fraction of these cars. Let's get into it. Number 10. Rimac C2. $2.1 million. The C2 is a fully electric, Croatian hypercar capable of hitting a claimed top speed of 258 miles per hour and reaching 60 miles per hour after just 1.8 seconds. The car was designed to be driven hard, and it is very durable. The batteries in the Concept 2 have a maximum range of 402 miles. But don't worry about charging times, as the C2 can be 80% charged in just half an hour. Just enough time for the millionaires driving it to take a coffee break. If all of this doesn't sell you on getting one, how about level 4 autonomous driving? This allows a driver to almost fully relax in locations covered by the system. But why would you even want to relax in one of the fastest accelerating cars ever? This car gained popularity after Richard Hammond crashed it on the Grand Tour. Since that unfortunate event, Rimac has included a fire extinguisher in their cars with the words, "In case of hill climb, extinguish fire." Number 9. McLaren Speedtail. $2.24 million. You may recognize this weapon from Top Gear, where it raced an F-35 fighter jet and lost. But no shame there, as this hypercar would destroy almost any car on the roads. It has a top speed of 250 miles per hour and can reach 186 miles per hour after just 12.8 seconds. Speed isn't the only thing that makes this McLaren special. It has 3 seats, so you can travel with 2 passengers unlike any other hypercar. The center seat, flanked by 2 seats on the side, was inspired by the legendary McLaren F1 from 1992. It was the fastest car of its time with a top speed of 243 miles per hour. The Speedtail has a lot to live up to. You may be surprised to see that the brand new Speedtail is only 7 miles per hour quicker than the old McLaren F1. But don't worry, this car is definitely a more advanced vehicle. For one, it doesn't have any door mirrors to be able to cut through the air easier. Instead, it uses HD cameras mounted where you'd expect to see mirrors. They then produce an image on 2 screens inside the car. These cameras can be retracted once the car is put into velocity mode to further reduce drag and travel faster. That isn't the end of its hunt for aerodynamic perfection. The car has covers over the front wheels to make it slip through the air even easier as it hurtles towards its monstrous top speed. This beautiful car uses a 4-liter, twin-turbocharged V8 engine and electric assistance, producing a total of 1,035 brake horsepower. The Speedtail is so advanced it doesn't even need sun visors. Instead, it uses electrochromic glass which can be darkened by the simple push of a button. Only 106 examples are being produced, and all of them have been reserved. Number 8. Pininfarina Battista. $2.5 million. Another electric car on this list. What are your thoughts on electric cars? 150 units are going to be produced. This car took its 120 kilowatt-hour battery pack from Rimac, whose car also made the list. That battery pack, along with its lightweight, thanks to a carbon fiber monocoque and body panels, allows the Battista to accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 2 seconds, and onwards to a top speed of 217 miles per hour. The Battista is produced by Pininfarina, company synonymous with Ferrari, having designed some of their most beautiful cars, including the 458 and the F40. Despite a long history designing plenty of the world's greatest cars, the Battista is Pininfarina's first supercar wearing only their badge, making it highly desirable. With its desirability, rarity, and performance, we think the $2.5 million price tag is justified. What are your thoughts on this electric hypercar? Enjoying the video so far? Leave a like and subscribe. Number 7. AMG 1. $2.72 million. AMGs are often seen being driven by the wealthy. But this 1,231 horsepower beast will only ever see the hands of the super wealthy. Despite such absurd performance figures, including a 217 mile per hour top speed, the AMG 1 only has a 1.6-liter V6 engine. This seems impossible until you realize that this engine is a slightly modified version of the Mercedes-AMG Formula 1 engine. The engine works in combination with 4 further electric motors, and even though its redline has been limited to 11,000 RPM, each engine will need refurbishment after every 30,000 miles. Probably not the best car for a road trip then. but with all of its Formula One technology, that's not really what the car was intended for. Inside the AMG 1, it is finished to a high standard as you'd expect for the price tag, but it is very minimalistic and driver-focused. Not surprisingly, the steering wheel also looks like it came straight from a Formula One car. Designers of the One say each detail of the car offers a specific benefit for overall performance. We can see plenty of examples of that, including the shark fin on the roof. With all these incredible features, will we see the AMG 1 beat the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ's lap record of 6 minutes and 44 seconds? Seeing as this car shares so much with the Mercedes-AMG F1 car, and anyone with enough money and a driving license can drive one, is the AMG 1 a bargain? Number 6. Koenigsegg Jesko. $3 million. This is the first car on our list that can have its roof removed. The Koenigsegg has a detachable roof, allowing drivers to feel the speed even more as the wind rushes through their hair. The 5-liter twin-turbocharged V8 produces up to 1,600 horsepower, depending on the fuel used. Only 125 lucky individuals will get the opportunity to own a Jesko in either a high downforce or low drag absolute configuration. The absolute version will be able to store the roof in the front compartment. However, due to a dual suspension setup, the high downforce version will not be able to do this, so you'll have to leave the roof at home and hope it doesn't rain. They say more is less, and with the Jesko, less weight seems to be the answer. The car was designed with absolute lightness in mind. The Jesko can be spec'd with hollow carbon fiber wheels weighing just 5.9 kilograms at the front and 7.7 kilograms at the rear. Many high-performance cars tend to overlook luxury interior features, however the Jesko designers did not. Inside, the car is equipped with a 9-inch infotainment screen, Apple CarPlay, USB charging, and air conditioning. Like the wheels, the seats are hollow, but electrically adjustable and covered with Alcantara. In front of the driver on the steering wheel sits a 5-inch display showing speed and other important information. Koenigsegg even designed it so the display turns against the wheel, staying upright, allowing the driver to always have a clear view of it. Number 5. Bugatti Chiron Sport. $3.1 million. You can't have a most expensive car list without a Bugatti. The Chiron had a lot to live up to, following the Bugatti Veyron, which was the fastest road car back when it launched in 2005. The Chiron came with an 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine, creating 1,479 horsepower, without the need for an electric motor. This is one of the heaviest cars on our list, weighing in at 2 tons. This car weighs so much simply due to its incredible build quality. The dials in this car all feel like they are worth the full price of the car. There is no plastic for you to touch, so nothing will ever creak inside of it. The Bugatti uses a double-clutch transmission, unlike most performance cars. This weighs more but ultimately gives the driver more comfort while driving. The highest quality leather is used and the stitching is immaculate. Bugatti made sure the $3 million price tag allowed the driver to experience the epitome of luxury and speed. Of course, with the Bugatti we have to mention speed. The Chiron Sport has a dial reading up to 500 kilometers per hour, or 310 miles per hour. However, the Chiron Sport is electronically limited to 261 miles per hour. But I have a feeling this won't be the last Bugatti on the list, so keep on watching. Number 4. Aston Martin Valkyrie. $3.25 million. The Valkyrie was built by Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing. It is a direct competitor of the AMG 1, which we mentioned earlier, as both cars incorporate a heavy amount of F1 technology. The Valkyrie uses a 6.5-liter, naturally aspirated, Cosworth engine, which with its Rimac Curse system produces a total of 1,160 horsepower. The designers claim this car to be the fastest street-legal car in the world. The name Valkyrie stems from Norse mythology, and its power will be demonstrated as the car reaches a 0 to 60 time of 2.5 seconds, and onwards to 250 miles per hour, if you're brave enough. The car has a unique sitting position similar to an F1 car and is very narrow on the inside, so each customer must get their seat 3D printed to their exact body shape. Most cars on this list are being produced in very limited numbers, which often results in their value going up. To make sure buyers are genuinely interested in the car, and not just buying to make a clean profit, Aston Martin CEO Andy Palmer has created a policy that would not allow customers to buy a new special edition Aston Martin if they resell the Valkyrie quickly after purchasing it. A track version of the Valkyrie will also be created. But that isn't the focus of today's video. Do you prefer the AMG 1 or the Valkyrie? Number 3. Pagani Huayra BC Roadster. $3.5 million. Like the Bugatti, Pagani makes sure to put a large focus on their car's comfort as well as the performance. Even though the BC is the more hardcore version of the Huayra, it still offers beautiful leather and stitching. The attention to detail on the interior of the Huayra is second to none. The gear shifter, the steering wheel, the seats and just about everything else in the car show the absurd man-hours that went into this thing. The name Huayra comes from the god of wind, and no surprise there is the Huayra BC Roadster easily crosses 200 miles per hour with its 6-liter twin-turbocharged V12 AMG engine. The huge rear wing is claimed to generate 500 kilograms of downforce at 170 miles per hour. Pagani took every measure to make this car as light as possible, even utilizing a new material, carbon triax. The mega price tag is even more justified now as only 40 of these pieces of artwork will ever be produced. Number 2. Lamborghini Sian. $3.6 million. Lamborghinis are the cars most kids dream of. They are the greatest poster cars ever, always full of emotion. Every so often Lamborghini makes special edition cars, like the Reventone, or the Veneno. This year Lamborghini are selling a new special edition supercar, the Sian, celebrating their 63rd anniversary. Due to this event only 63 Sians will be produced. The name Sian means flash of light, which it will be with 807 horsepower. This will also be the first ever Lamborghini to use an electric motor. But don't worry, the electric motor is just a bonus to the screaming 6.5-liter V12. This combination will power the car up to 217 miles per hour. Another new feature on the Sian is that it will be the first Lamborghini to use 3D printed parts on the interior. Not much else is known about this exciting new car, but we can't wait to see it in real life. Before we get on to number 1, make sure you subscribe, like and leave a comment. We'll be doing a subscriber giveaway too, so make sure you check the bio for details. The number 1 spot. Many incredible cars missed out on this list, including the Ferrari Monza SP1 and SP2, and the Fenner. But to no surprise, the most expensive new car you can buy in 2020 is a Bugatti. The Bugatti Chiron 300 Plus. Not only is this car the most expensive new car you can buy in 2020, but it is also the fastest, having set an official top speed of 304 miles per hour. Most people never have the opportunity to drive at that speed, not even the 30 owners, but imagine knowing that your car can reach 300 miles per hour. The car is very similar to the Chiron Sport, with a few key differences. The car is longer, lighter, and more aerodynamic. The interior is still finished to a high Bugatti standard as we'd expect. Even though this car costs $3.8 million, we're sure the price will only go up from there, as it is so limited, and the first ever car to hit 300 miles per hour. That concludes our list of the top 10 most expensive cars you can buy in 2020. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be back with a new video very soon. Thanks for watching.